I never expected that the man I loved could hurt me in the way he did. Our marriage had always been stable, or so I thought. I never questioned him, never doubted his words, never thought that one day I would be forced to reckon with a reality that would destroy me. The chapter introduces the protagonist's life before the discovery of the affair, showing how they see their relationship as perfect, how much they trust their spouse, and how the stability of their marriage feels like a fortress. The protagonist reflects on their romantic history, shared dreams, and the belief that love conquers all. The first hints of emotional distancing from the spouse are subtle, perhaps in small details that seem unimportant at first. How could he have changed so much? Was I that blind? Did I miss all the signs? Or did he just mask it so well? The first real sign something is wrong comes unexpectedly. I find an unfamiliar text on his phone, a message that isn't mine, a name I don't recognize. My mind races. Am I overreacting? It could be innocent, right? But as the days go by, my intuition gnaws at me, and I start noticing more signs: late night calls, unexplained absences, an increasing distance between us. The protagonist begins to notice small discrepancies. His behavior changes, his affection fades. They try to convince themselves that it's just stress from work or life. But the internal tension builds, as doubts and insecurities grow. The first moment of suspicion arises when the protagonist finds the message, setting the stage for an unraveling of trust. Why did he smile at her like that? Was I just imagining things? Or was there something real behind it? I try to ignore it, but the silence between us grows louder. The phone calls that I pretend not to hear, the late nights I pretend not to notice. But I can't stop myself from spiraling. I Google every possible reason for what's happening. What happens when your spouse falls out of love? Is it too late for us to fix things? In this chapter, the protagonist's emotional descent begins. They feel isolated, consumed by suspicion, yet they are unsure whether to confront their spouse. The internal struggle intensifies, and they reflect on their past, trying to understand where things went wrong. Emotional tolls start to take their shape: anxiety, depression, and overwhelming sadness. They're at the tipping point, but still can't bring themselves to confront the truth. Why does it hurt so much to see him laugh with her, when I can barely get him to look me in the eye anymore? It was there, right in front of me. I wasn't looking for it, I swear I wasn't. But the hotel receipt, the texts, everything came crashing down in a single, heart-stopping moment. The truth hit me like a punch to the gut. My world collapsed. The protagonist finds undeniable evidence of the affair, leading to their world crumbling. The betrayal becomes real, and the protagonist's trust is shattered. This chapter focuses on the immediate emotional fallout. The protagonist confronts their spouse, but not with anger, only raw, broken disbelief. They question everything they thought they knew about their marriage and their partner. The affair partner's identity is hinted at, and a suspenseful twist is added. Perhaps the affair partner is someone the protagonist knows or never suspected. Was I just a fool all along? All these years, and this is what it was really like for him. The confrontation happens, and it's nothing like I imagined. The anger, the betrayal, it's a wild, emotional cyclone. He tries to deny it at first, but when I confront him with the truth, he cracks. The lies fall apart. I want to scream, but my voice catches in my throat. The protagonist confronts their spouse, and the raw emotional exchange is the heart of this chapter. Emotions like disbelief, rage, sadness, and despair collide. The cheater's excuses, whether it's stress, emotional neglect, or manipulation, only deepen the wound. The protagonist struggles with whether they should forgive, fight for the marriage, or walk away. How could he look me in the eye and tell me all those lies? All these years, was I just an afterthought? I feel empty, lost, alone. It's as if the person I loved has disappeared, leaving only a stranger in their place. I can't trust anyone anymore, not even myself. The emotional wreckage I'm left with is suffocating, and the pain is unbearable. But I can't let it consume me forever. The protagonist grapples with the aftermath of the confrontation. Their internal pain is unbearable, and they begin spiraling into self-doubt. But amidst the self-loathing, a glimmer of strength emerges. This chapter also introduces a key turning point, whether it's a moment of support from a friend or the protagonist deciding to take back control of their life. They decide not to let their spouse's betrayal define them forever. Is it worth it to keep fighting? Do I fight for a love that's already dead, or do I let myself heal? I've spent days thinking about revenge, but now that the time is here, I realize that's not what I need. I don't need to hurt him the way he hurt me. No, I need to find peace. I'm done being a victim. The real victory is in me moving on, letting go of the anger, and reclaiming my life. In this chapter, the protagonist makes a decision. They decide to either expose the cheater or silently regain control of their life. The emotional turmoil of revenge versus healing is explored, and the protagonist ultimately seeks closure, whether through legal action, public exposure, or personal peace. The emotional release is cathartic, and the protagonist is finally able to regain control over their narrative. I don't need to hurt him. I need to heal. I need to find my way back to who I was before all of this. Why? I never expected that leaving would feel like freedom. The day I walked away wasn't just the end of my marriage. It was the beginning of my life again. I don't know what the future holds, but I know I'm no longer defined by him, by his lies, or by the pain he caused. This chapter serves as the conclusion, where the protagonist moves on and finds healing. Whether they find peace in a new relationship, focus on their career, or just discover self-love again, the protagonist finally achieves closure. The cheater's downfall is hinted at, whether through comic justice or an eventual fall from grace. The ending is bittersweet, but emotionally satisfying as the protagonist steps into their future, free of the chains of betrayal. I am not his mistake. I am not his second choice. I am me, finally, truly free. The protagonist reflects on their transformation, from betrayal and heartbreak to empowerment and closure. They have learned to trust themselves again, and while the scars may remain, they are no longer trapped by the past.